Hi, this is Ramu, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. In last class, we have seen what is a token, right? How tokens are divided into various ways. In this class, we are going to see variables and data types. Already in the last class, we have seen what is the identifier, right? It comes under the variable only. Now, in this class, before going to the data types, I want to know. So, with an example, see here we have some dustbins over there with us. So we have various kinds of garbage is there, like paper garbage and plastic and as well as the composite. These are the garbages are there. So if I ask you which garbage cabin bit is suit for the paper and which garbage is suit for the plastic and which garbage bin is suit for the composite, can anyone answer? No, because it is not specific, right? All the bins are available without specifying anything like that. For example, if you mention like this, yeah, the first one is the paper and second one is the glass or plastic and third one is the composite and the remaining comes under the landfill. If you write like this, then simply the humans are identify, yes, suppose the paper, it comes under the paper bin, right? And coming to the plastic, yes, it related to the plastic bin, right? Coming to the composite, yes, it comes under the composite dustbin. We are going to identify, right? Like that. For example, if you have a 3 data items, see, all are the variables are identifiers. In the last class, we have seen what is the definition of the identifier, right? See, the data one is suit for which value. So data one is able to store the 4 or character or float value. Which one it is going to store by data 1 as well as the data 2 is a variable is there. So what kind of data it is going to store? To represent the kind of variable is related to the which type of data is based on the data type. Data type is going to give the permission to the particular variable. Yes, you are able to store these kind of data. Means what? Tagging means it's all are the integer variables, all are the float values, all are the character type data types. We're going to identify based on the data type. See, observe clearly. A data type in programming language is classification that specifies which type of value a variable has, which type of value a variable has, and what type of mathematical, relational, logical operations can be applied without causing an error. Is this clear? This is the definition of data type. Data type is used to identify which type of value you are going to store into the variable and as well as what kind of operations you are going to perform on the particular variable. It is going to tell that kind of story. Please remember, before going to initialize the value, we have to decide what kind of data you are going to store in the particular variable. That is very, very important. Without knowing the future data, there is no provision or there is no right way to assign the variables to the data types, right? You should clear what kind of data you are going to store into the particular variable. That is a very, very important. See, in C language, various kinds of data types are available. Primary type and derived and user defined. If you observe clearly, primary type, integer, character, float and void are comes under the primary. Secondary, the extension of this, see, signed character. Signed character means only negative. Unsigned only positive. Signed means it is a negative as well as the positive, both contains. Signed means it allows positive and negative, right? Coming to the unsigned means it allows only positive. It allows only positive values. That is the difference. And as well as the extension of these primary only, primitive only. See, character, signed character, unsigned character. Short, signed int, signed short and unsigned short. Signed int, unsigned int, right? So extension of the primitive is called as a derived data types. Derived data types. And comes under the user defined data types. We'll see all the data types very clearly in the latter. So only in this class we are going to concentrate on the derived as well as the primitive data types. Every data type has its own size. Based on the size only, it is going to store the value. So in the next slide, we are going to see what is the various sizes are available with the respective data types. See, if you observe clearly here, character size is 1 byte. What is the meaning of byte? A byte contains how many bits? 8 bits, right? A byte contains 1 byte equal to 8 bits. 8 bits means it is going to store 8 bits of number. 8 bits means, the computer language is going to store only the binary format, right? 1 byte means it is going to maximum value. Maximum value. What is the maximum value it is going to store? See, by default, char means it is a signed char. If you're not mentioning anything, for example, see, if I am going to take a 2 means it is a positive or negative. It is a positive, right? If you mention negative, -2, then only it is converted into the negative. By default, it is a positive. No need to mention the +2, right? +2 is equal to 2 as a general scenario. Like that, if you mention character, that means this is the signed character. This is the signed character, means it is going to handle both negative as well as the positive. So I want to know what is the maximum size of the value it is going to store. Means, for example, n is the number of bits. N is the number of bits. I am going to tell you one formula. Number of bits. For example, it is a signed. Signed means, the value contains from negative to positive. Means from signed. Signed means, please note this. Signed means it is going to take value from -2 power n minus 1 to 2 power n minus 1 minus 1. This is the maximum and minimum value going to store by signed data types. For example, it is a unsigned. It is going to store what is the minimum value. Signed means only so unsigned means only positive, right? So it is going to take 0 to what is the maximum value means 2 power n minus 1. For example, if you consider the character, how many character contains how many bytes? 1 byte. 1 byte means how many bits? 8 bits, right? So here n is 8. It is a signed or unsigned. So just now I told you, if you mention a character, by default it is a signed character. Means you are going to take this formula, means -2 power 8 minus 1. Sorry, here also -1. Not here. Yeah. 2 power -1 to 2 power 8 minus 1 minus 1. Means maximum value 2 power 8, 2 power 7. What is the maximum value? 2 power 7 means 128. To 2 power 7 minus 1 means 127. It is going to minimum storing value -28 and maximum 127. Sir, you are talking about the character. Why you are saying that integers means? See, even every character is converted to the ASCII value. Every character in the in keyboard, it contains a specific ASCII value. For example, if you consider the capital A ASCII value is 65. So 65 is going to convert it into the binary format before going to store into your computer. Please remember, like that, every character contains one specific ASCII values. We'll see later, right? So means it is going to store the value from -28 to 27. For example, if you consider the int value, so what is the value it is going to store by int? So what is the size of integer here? So as per the standard C, int contains 4 bytes. For example, if you check your size of data type in your computer, it is showing 4 bytes because of C is a compiler, a platform dependent. C is a platform dependent. See, integer, right? Integer means, so 2 bytes means it is a 16 bytes, 16 bits. And integer, it is a signed integer. Signed means value is -2 power 16 means 15 2 power 15 minus 1. This is the minimum value and maximum value it is going to store by the integer value. Based on that, you have to decide what kind of data you are going to use. Right? Let us see with small example. See, this is the program. I want to know what is the size of integer in my computer. See, for example, int a. I want to know what is the size of integer. If you observe clearly, if you want to know the size of integer, you should use the size of operator. Size of operator. See, %d, comma, size of a. Size of a. If you compile this one, it will give what is the size of integer. If you run this code, so it's showing the 4 bytes, right? Showing 4 bytes. 4 bytes. 4 bytes. Just now I told you why it is a 4 bytes. The reason is why it is a 4 bytes. It is a platform dependent. Now we are going to use 64-bit processors and architecture. That is why it is showing the 4 bytes. Generally, as per the ANSI C, standard C99, as per that, so the size of the integer is 2 bytes only. For example, if you change your data type as a float, observe what is the size of integer. What is the size of float? To run this code, it is going to show 4 bytes, right? It is also 4 bytes, right? Is this clear? This is also 4 bytes. Like that, you can check what is the size of the particular operator. For example, if you use double is the extension of float. If you run this code, it is showing size is 8 bytes. Right? Is this clear? So, like that, we are going to find the size of data type. Using size of operator. Using size of is not a function, it is an operator. This operator is going to find what is the size of your data type. Right? Is this clear? So here you mentioned so many data types here. See here, character, you know already, short int, and this one long int is going to store integer values without decimals, and float and double and long double going to store the decimal numbers. These are the integer numbers. Integer numbers means it doesn't allow the decimal part, and long double. And void there is no data type means none. None comes under the void, right? So meaningless means none. There is no meaning for the here void. Comes under the enum. Enum we will discuss in the later, right? Is this clear? So it is a character type. There is no string in C language. If you want to declare a string, should use the array concept. We will discuss later that one also, right? So C supports only character data type. So you know that a character enclosed with a alphabet enclosed with single quote is called as a character. Please note this. Is this clear? See, if you observe, to store the integer values, this is the way. Int a equal to a. So a is an integer. Now it is going to store integer data, right? Here a comma b, these store the two integer variables, right? And for example, to store the decimal values, you should use which kind of data? Either float or double or long double, anyone. Anyone you can use, right? Here I used float, right? And if you want to store the character, see character, just now I told you character is enclosed with single quote, right? See, single quote. Here character is enclosed with single quote. These are the three kinds of primitive data types. So here only the data type is changed. See, float or double based on the size, or long double. Can use any one based on the size of the data. Here integer, int, or short, or float, sorry, not float, long int, right? Or long int, you can increase the size. And to store the character, there's only one thing, that is the char data type, right? Is this clear? So this is a way you are going to define your own data types. Only remember that formula, what is the minimum value, what is the maximum value, using minus 2 power n minus 1 minus 1 to 2 power n minus 1 minus 1. This is the signed formula. Unsigned means 0 to 2 power n minus 1. This is for unsigned, right? If you apply this formula, you are able to find what is the maximum value the particular data type is going to store. And size of is the operator. By using size of operator, you are going to decide what is the size of the particular data type, right? Size of operator returns the size in terms of bytes, not in bits. You have to convert that bytes into the bits. You know, 1 byte contains 8 bits, right? Is this clear? Yes, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.